Let's be clear. What Iran just did is reestablish deterrence. You see, Israel believed that it could launch a strike against Iran and suffer no consequence. That is no longer the case. Right now, Israeli military officials are looking at the damage done to their bases, and they understand the following: that Iran deliberately chose not to inflict extremely lethal action against Israel, that Iran struck buildings designed to send a signal to Israel, and indeed to the United States, that it could do what it did at Nevatim, at Ramona, anywhere in Israel, anywhere in the Middle East. And there was nothing the United States or Israel could do in response. This is deterrence. This means that in the future, if either Israel or the United States plan on carrying out an action against Iran, they have to weigh in the consequences of their actions, knowing that Iran has the capacity to reach out and touch any place, any spot, any target in the region, in Israel or out of Israel, and there's nothing anybody can do to stop that. This is why President Joe Biden has been on the phone with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, telling him, do not retaliate. The United States will not be a partner in any offensive action against Iran. Not because the United States is friendly to Iran, but the United States understands the consequences that will accrue should such an attack take place. You see, the United States has been deterred against further action against Iran. Now the question is, what will Israel do? Israel has been trying to lead the United States into a larger conflict with Iran for some time now. Indeed, some people have speculated that the Israeli attack against the Iranian consulate in Damascus was designed for just that purpose, to start a spiral of escalation that would ultimately lead to the United States being drawn into a larger conflict between Israel and Iran. But the Iranians were very clever in designing their response, just like they did when they retaliated against the United States for the assassination of Qasem Soleimani back in 2020. At that time, Iran launched over a dozen missiles against the Al-Assad air base in Iraq. Those missiles struck the air base with extreme precision, but Iran had given the United States advance notice that that base was going to be struck. The United States was able to put its people into bunkers, and Iran ended up destroying empty buildings. But it demonstrated to the United States that it had the capacity to strike any American base in the region with extreme precision and kill as many Americans as they wanted, if they wanted to do that. And America was deterred against future action of that sort. Will Israel be deterred? Again, the Israelis are waking up today, looking at the damage done, understanding that there isn't a place in Israel today that's safe from Iranian ballistic missile attack. That means that Israel understands that any escalation could mean the destruction of Israel. Israel probably isn't going to launch a response against Iran. Israel has been deterred from launching that response by the Iranian actions. And in this case, we can say that Operation True Promise was an extraordinarily successful operation, not only for Iran, but indeed for the world, because Iranian deterrence now is a reality that can hold Israel and the United States in check.